Well, that didn't take long, did it? Who could have predicted that there would be another stabbing in the UK, and not just one, but 11 people were stabbed on a train going towards London. The police have arrested 2 people on suspicion of murder, or of attempted murder. Now, you know it isn't a white guy when the media won't talk about race. If it was a white guy, the news and media wouldn't take 2 seconds on saying, today, on a train, a white male stabbed 11 people. But because he wasn't a white person, they always dance around it. Like, today, a 6'2" man who was white-handed and whose star sign is Leo stabbed 11 people today. I pointed this out on another video of mine with Ann Coulter and Bill Maher talking about this.
Repressing that reporting.
They wouldn't tell us about the transgender woman that shot up the Christian school for what, like a year? San Bernardino out here. Remember the crazy terrorist Muslims? That's when I first noticed, they're not telling us who it is. It's not a white male. The longer they go without telling you, it's not a white male.
Okay.
And she's 100% right. But let's move on to a few more video clips, shall we?
Bringing you an eyewitness account from a chap called Ollie Foster, who was on the train. He's been quite widely quoted this morning. He said, and I think it's worth bringing this to you because it's a first-person account. It's detailed, but it gives a real indication as to how things were unfolding. He said, at first I thought it was a joke, but quickly realised they were serious. Some people coming thought he had a gun. We really didn't know what we were up against. As I ran, I put my hand on a chair. When I looked at my hand, it was covered in blood. There was blood on the top of countless chairs coming from 2 of the guys who'd been severely stabbed ahead of me. A young girl was distraught as the attacker tried to stab her, but a hero of an older man got in the way, taking a gash to his forehead, and that corroborates, quite a number of the other eyewitness reports we were getting as well. He goes on to say, and I think there was another stab wound to his neck. We all ran to the end of the train, and pretty soon we realised it was a short train. Everyone was queued at the front, and I was one of the people at the back of that queue. I was standing there with a few others trying to find any kind of weapon. One person I knew got ready with a Jack Daniels bottle. I had nothing for what felt like 10 minutes. I watched that carriage doorway waiting to see a figure appear. I knew he had a knife from everyone's wounds, but from somebody's previous comments, there was a chance he had a gun. So I stood there praying. We all tried to keep calm, but you could feel everyone's adrenaline. I mean, it's incredible stuff to hear from an eyewitness himself. He's posted this on the social media platform X to get his story out there. He said the train eventually stopped, and I thank God I didn't see anybody come through that doorway. Everyone ran out of the train at Huntingdon, and as I ran out, I looked to my right, knowing that's where the attacker would come. And that's when I saw about 20 people running in pure panic, at least 3 of which were covered in blood. One guy was holding his stomach, of which blood was pouring out, shouting, "Help, help, I've been stabbed." He goes on to say, we all ran together, being completely unarmed against an attacker or attackers that we thought had a gun. You really did feel helpless. To the police's credit, as we left the train station, they were all arriving. The response was really good, Ollie Foster says. Then he says, the scene became everything you're seeing on social media. I'm not sure how travelling on trains will feel after this. I haven't really processed it all. It felt genuinely surreal and is something I don't wish anyone to experience. Knowing somebody has weapons and you have nothing, knowing they're willing to strike a woman and I think children, it wasn't the England I grew up in. It was barbaric.
This happening daily. Gangs, criminals, just pulling out kitchen knives and machetes. Kids getting stabbed, and we can't even talk about it anymore without the political correct police knocking on our doors to arrest us. This is heartbreaking, but it's not a surprise. We know these crimes and more evil acts like this are going to happen in the upcoming weeks towards Christmas. I've said this before. This is why I always believed in the American Second Amendment. Because the second you give law-abiding citizens the right to protect themselves, criminals will start to think before they commit a crime. They're committing crimes with confidence because they know they can get away with it. I also made a video on this topic about knife and gun crimes in the UK on my YouTube channel 2 years ago, and since then, zero has changed. If not, it's gotten worse. Crazy things are about to happen, and the craziest thing about the train stabbing is the person that did it went into a barber shop with a damn kitchen knife a few days earlier.
Come, live. I think it's you out. I'm busy, bro. You need to catch this. I see what I have to see, bro. You, I'm allowed to go, bro. Don't, bro. Don't. How I need to do? Man.
And this is just the tip of the iceberg, trust me. In the next coming weeks leading up to Christmas, something else is going to happen. And I strongly believe that the government are all allowing it to happen so they can place stricter control laws on their citizens. They would use these violent acts that are occurring to justify stricter laws on all of us. We're being forced with this digital identification, and if we refuse to comply, we'll be banned from working and then repeatedly fined until we comply. And now, because of these stabbings, they are going to have facial recognition scannings everywhere. You need to understand something, and I'm sure most of you already do. Whenever the government brings out something, especially when it comes to technology, it's for our control. 110% is for our control. But they can't come out and say that because the people would revolt against it. So, they have to sell it to us first, in the idea that it's for our protection. If our government was to protect us, or wanted to protect us, they could have easily done it by shutting down our borders years ago, stopping millions of unwanted illegal immigrants to enter our countries, and change our towns and cities. The only way the government will ever do anything, unless they are target themselves or their lives are being made inconvenient. If illegal migrants, as well as gangs, were sexually assaulting and stabbing their children or killing members of the House of Parliament, they would close the borders in a heartbeat. The second their children get molested or stabbed, they would start deporting these illegal immigrants with the click of their fingers. Anyway, that's all from me at this moment. I will be uploading another video soon. Please stay safe out there. Stay away from all public transport if you can. Thank you very much for watching, and if you want to follow me and subscribe to my channels, I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and take care, and I'll see you again next time.